Hey there, garden enthusiasts. If you want to learn something from this video, don't drag it and watch it from the beginning to the end. We've got a lot to cover, so buckle up. Today, we're diving into the 7 must-grow plants for your 2025 garden planning. Whether you're a seasoned pro with a green thumb or just starting out, these plants are guaranteed to bring flavor and fun to your gardening experience. I'm talking about those plants that just make sense. Easy to grow, delicious to eat, and maybe even a little bit beautiful to look at. Stick around for some surprising tips and a fun fact at the end. Let's kick things off with the classic, the tomato. I mean, is it even a garden without at least a few tomato plants? They're versatile, delicious, and surprisingly easy to grow. First things first, let's talk about variety. We've got your big, juicy beefsteak tomatoes, perfect for slicing onto sandwiches. There are Roma tomatoes, ideal for sauces and canning, and don't even get me started on cherry tomatoes. Those little bursts of sweetness are like candy right off the vine. Now, tomatoes love sunshine. We're talking at least 6 to 8 hours a day of direct sunlight. They're also a little thirsty, so make sure you're giving them a good drink of water, especially when it's hot outside. One tip I've learned over the years is to stake or cage your tomato plants. Trust me, as those plants get bigger and heavier with fruit, they'll need the support. Plus, it keeps those delicious tomatoes off the ground and away from any pesky critters. And speaking of critters, keep an eye out for any unwanted guests munching on your plants. A little netting or some strategically placed companion plants can work wonders. But the best part about growing tomatoes, that moment when you pluck a ripe, sun-warmed tomato off the vine and take that first bite. It's the taste of summer, the reward for your hard work, and the pure joy of growing your own food. So when you're planning your 2025 garden, make sure tomatoes are at the top of your list. You won't regret it. Next up, we've got basil, the herb that's about to become your new best friend in the kitchen. Seriously, basil can elevate your cooking game to a whole new level. Now, when I think of basil, I think of Italian food. Basil and tomato, they're like the dynamic duo of the culinary world, but don't let that limit you. Basil is surprisingly versatile. It's amazing in Thai curries, Vietnamese pho, and even adds a fresh twist to cocktails. But here's the thing about basil. It's not just delicious, it's also a fantastic companion plant. Planting basil alongside your tomatoes can actually help deter pests and improve the flavor of both plants. It's a win-win. Growing basil is pretty straightforward. It loves sunshine, just like tomatoes, and prefers well-drained soil. Just make sure you're not overwatering it. Basil likes its soil a little on the drier side. And here's a pro tip to keep your basil plant bushy and producing lots of leaves. Pinch off any flower buds that start to form. This redirects the plant's energy back into growing more of those delicious leaves. So, whether you're whipping up a gourmet pizza or just want to add a touch of freshness to your dishes, make sure to add basil to your 2025 garden plan. Your taste buds will thank you. All right, let's move on to a vegetable that's not only delicious but also packed with nutrients: carrots. We all know carrots are good for our eyes, but did you know they're also a great source of vitamins, minerals, and fiber? Now, growing carrots might seem a little intimidating at first, but trust me, it's easier than you think. The key is to start with loose, well-drained soil. Carrots don't like to be crowded, so make sure you're giving them plenty of space to grow. When it comes to varieties, the possibilities are endless. You've got your classic orange carrots, of course, but don't be afraid to branch out and try some different colours. Purple carrots, yellow carrots, even white carrots. They all have their own unique flavours and add a pop of colour to your garden. One thing to keep in mind when growing carrots is to be patient. It takes time for those roots to develop their full flavour. But trust me, the wait is worth it. And here's a fun tip. You can actually regrow carrots from their tops. Just cut off the top inch or two of the carrot, place it in a shallow dish of water and watch as new greens sprout. It's a fun little experiment and a great way to reduce food waste. So get ready to dig in and add some carrots to your 2025 garden plan. Your body will thank you. Let's be honest, sometimes the best part of a meal is a fresh, crisp salad. And what's a salad without lettuce? It's the base, the foundation, the canvas upon which you create your culinary masterpiece. The great thing about lettuce is that it's incredibly easy to grow even if you don't have a lot of space. You can grow it in containers, raised beds, or even just a sunny spot in your yard. And the variety, oh man, lettuce varieties are almost endless. You've got your crisp-head lettuces like iceberg, perfect for adding crunch to your sandwiches. There are loose leaf varieties like red leaf and green leaf, which add a burst of color and flavor to salads. And then there's romaine lettuce, the go-to choice for Caesar salads. One of the best things about growing your own lettuce is that you can harvest it at its peak of freshness. No more wilted, sad-looking lettuce from the grocery store. Just pick what you need when you need it. And here's a pro tip to extend your lettuce harvest. Try succession planting. That means planting a small amount of lettuce every week or two. That way, you'll have a continuous supply of fresh lettuce all season long. So ditch the store-bought lettuce and get ready to grow your own salad bar in 2025. All right, let's turn up the heat with peppers. Whether you like them mild and sweet or fiery hot, there's a pepper out there for everyone. Peppers are like the spice rack of the garden. They add flavor, depth, and a touch of excitement to your dishes. From bell peppers to jalapenos to habaneros, the possibilities are endless. One of the things I love about peppers is that they're incredibly versatile. You can eat them fresh, roast them, stuff them, pickle them. The list goes on and on. Now, peppers do need a bit of warmth to thrive. They prefer well-drained soil and at least 6 hours of sunlight a day. And here's a tip. If you're growing hot peppers, be careful when handling them. Those capsaicin oils can pack a punch. It's always a good idea to wear gloves when harvesting or preparing hot peppers. But the best part about growing peppers, that moment when you take a bite and your taste buds come alive with flavor. It's a reminder that good things come to those who wait and garden. So get ready to spice up your life and add some peppers to your 2025 garden plan. Your taste buds will thank you. Let's move on to something a little sweeter. Strawberries. Those juicy red berries are like little bursts of sunshine in your mouth. Strawberries are a great addition to any garden because they're perennials, which means they come back year after year. Once you plant them, you'll be enjoying fresh strawberries for years to come. Now, strawberries do have a bit of a reputation for being finicky, but trust me, with a little care and attention, anyone can grow them. They prefer well-drained soil, plenty of sunshine, and consistent watering. One thing to keep in mind when planting strawberries is to give them plenty of space. They like to spread out, and overcrowding can lead to diseases. And here's a pro tip. To keep your strawberries clean and free from pests, try mulching around the plants with straw. Not only will this help retain moisture, but it will also prevent the berries from coming into contact with the soil. But the best part about growing strawberries, that moment when you pluck a ripe, juicy berry off the plant and pop it into your mouth, it's the taste of summer, the reward for your hard work, and the pure joy of growing your own food. Last but not least, we have zucchini, the vegetable that keeps on giving. Seriously, once this plant gets going, be prepared for an abundance of zucchini. Zucchini is a great plant for beginner gardeners because it's incredibly easy to grow. It's a warm season crop that prefers full sun and well-drained soil, and the best part is it's a prolific producer. Just 1 or 2 plants can provide you with enough zucchini for the entire season. But what to do with all that zucchini? Well, the possibilities are endless. You can use it in savory dishes like zucchini bread, zucchini fritters, or even spiralize it into zucchini noodles. And here's a fun fact. Did you know that zucchini blossoms are edible? They make a beautiful and delicious addition to salads or can be stuffed with cheese and fried. When growing zucchini, it's important to keep an eye out for pests like squash bugs and cucumber beetles. These critters can quickly decimate your plants if left unchecked, but don't let that deter you. With a little care and attention, you can enjoy a bountiful harvest of zucchini all season long. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more gardening tips and tricks. And remember, the best garden is the one you plan today. Start thinking about what you want to grow, order your seeds, and get ready for a fruitful and fulfilling gardening season in 2025. Whether you have a sprawling backyard or a sunny windowsill, there's always room to grow something delicious. Stay tuned for a fun fact. Did you know that tomatoes were once thought to be poisonous? Now they're a garden staple.